Hello everyone, I'm just going to share with you a little gem of a book. Now I bought this a couple of years ago, I think it was about €80. Lovely little book, just thin and small, and it is about holiday customs in Malta and sports usages, ceremonies, omens and superstitions of the Maltese people. So it was published in 1922. So this book is 104 years old now, written by V. Buzatil. And what I do like is that here you've got just a little introduction by Mr. Buzatil, and he says here, well, he's kind of dated it, and he says that he wrote it in June 1894. So the information from this book is from 1894. So that information is 132 years old. So lovely age on this. Great, lovely paper on this in this book. The contents here, you've got sports usages, ceremonies, feasts, what we do at feast time, what we do at Easter time, things like that, and omens and superstitions. That's the bit we're interested in. Before we do, look at this, amazing, adverts. This is for a stationer's in St. Mark's Street in Valletta. So there's a Cacciatolo's bar in St. Mark's Street, and I think, even though they spell I-A and my surname Cacciatolo is I-O, I think they are some kind of distant relation, and I think my grandparents might have had a sweet shop in that street a long time ago. I think, I'm not 100% sure. But lovely adverts, another one here for another stationer, and look at this one. This is for a photography shop. And if you want to get in touch, you can't send an email, you have to send a telegram or telephone, and the telephone number, I don't understand how it works, it's civil 20. So I don't know how that works. If anybody knows, please do drop a comment. But apparently to call up, you would dial civil 20, and that's how you got through. And this is all the equipment, or some of the equipment, that this shop was selling, handheld cameras and stand cameras, things like this. So, oh, that's the wrong way. So there you go. Amazing. Let's get into some of the content. Just a handful of things. The foot bath. So, according to this note here, some people say that when you bathe your feet in hot water while under the influence of a fever or a headache, a little salt should be added to the water to strengthen it, but you can't just chuck salt water or salt into the water. You can't just do that. The salt has to be thrown into the hot water where your feet are. The salt's got to be thrown in by a married woman, not a maiden. It's not a single woman. So gentlemen, if you're not married, that could be interesting. You're going to have to find a married woman to throw salt into your bowl. That's going to lead to some awkward conversations, I think. Here we've got a couple here. The itching of the hand. So if your hand itches, it means you're going to receive money. So I don't have itchy palms. This probably explains a few things. The howling of dogs. I am dog, so I love dogs and I'm obsessed with dogs. I always have to mention a dog if I can. Howling of dogs means that somebody's going to die in the neighborhood, I'm sorry to say. Tingling of the ear. Now you've got two. Most people have got two. So, unless you're Vincent van Gogh. If you have a tingling of the right ear, it means a friend is speaking well of you, but a tingling of the left ear means someone's having a bit of a moan and a complain about you. So if you've got tingling ears, you want the right one, not the left one. There's a couple here which are fantastic. I absolutely love these. If you go to pay someone a visit at their house, and you go to a party, a housewarming party, dinner party, and you go for the first time, you have to be given by the hosts, they have to give you an aniseed drink called zambur. Okay, you can see it here. Zambur is the aniseed drink you must be given by your hosts. And if you don't get that drink, it's kind of bad on the hosts, and as a punishment, the A mouse enters the chest of drawers and gnaws all the petticoats of the mistress of the house. So, if there's a couple and you have a friend around for the first time, if you don't offer them zambur, a type of aniseed drink, sounds a bit like sambuca maybe. If you don't do that, the woman's underwear will be nibbled by pervert mice. Interesting. And another one for women as well. Ladies, if your husband goes away, he leaves Malta, goes abroad for work or holiday or something like this, some people think it is a great shame for a woman who sends dishes to be cooked in an oven when her husband is away from the island. So ladies, you can't cook in the oven if your man leaves Malta for a bit. It brings shame to you. I don't know. I have no idea what that means or why that is. And then just finally, common ailments. If you get a nosebleed, this is how you fix common ailments. Get a nosebleed, then you need to get a key and put it on the back of your neck. A cold key preferably, and that apparently will stop the nosebleed. If you've got hemorrhoids, you carry a dried fig in your pocket. If you've got rheumatism, so this is aches and pains and your muscles ache and your joints ache, maybe you've overdone it on leg day at the gym and your legs ache the next day, you are advised to carry about a dried fish in your pocket as a charm for its cure. I suppose the bonus is that, maybe nobody will come near you because you've got a fish in your pocket. So, maybe you won't have to, move too much and get up to answer the door to greet people. I don't know. And the last one I'm going to share is a sty. This is a little list of these ailments you can cure through weird and wonderful ways. A sty, so you have like a little lump in your eye. To prevent or cure a sty in your eye, like an eye infection or a lump in your eye, you have to stand in front of a well, turn around so the well is behind you, then throw 7 grains of barley into the well. Some accuracy and coordination is required here, of course. So you throw the 7 grains of barley behind you into the well, and this will prevent you getting a sty or cure your sty. The superstitious also say that a sty forebodes the inheritance of some riches. So again, you get a lump in your eye, you get an eye infection, it can mean you're going to get money your way. Again, my eyes. Well, I'm blind, I've got really bad eyesight, I need these for reading, and I've got contact lenses as well. I don't have any sties. The next time I do, I'll be sure to check my bank account. This is a lovely little book, Holiday Customs in Malta and Sports Usages, Ceremonies, Omens and Superstitions. Over a century old, the story's well over a century old. Wonderful to learn about our rich past and not from the internet, from an actual book. For more tales of the terrible and stories of the strange, follow Dark Malta Tours.